Why play Bard support? Well, he is one of the best roamers in the game. His ganks while roaming are very strong, he deals surprisingly good damage, and his ultimate is incredibly impactful. However, he does have lower range than most ranged supports, and his ultimate, where amazing, can hurt your team if used poorly. Bard's first passive is he causes chimes to spawn around the map. Each chime he collects grants him a chunk of mana, experience, and some bonus movement speed out of combat for 20 seconds. And this movement speed buff can be stacked up to 10 times. Bard then empowers his meeps each time he collects 5 chimes. Bard periodically attracts meeps to him. While he has meeps, his basic attacks are empowered to deal additional damage. When he has 5 chimes collected, his meeps also slow. At 15 chimes, the meeps deal additional damage in a cone behind the target, and at 35 charms, this cone's radius is increased. Bard's Q is a straight line skill shot which deals damage to the first enemy hit and slows them. The skill shot then continues for a short distance after hitting the first target. If the second part hits another enemy, it deals damage to both and instead stuns both targets. And if it hits terrain, it instead stuns the target. Bard's W places a shrine on the floor which gathers power over 5 seconds. When an ally champion moves over them, they are healed and gain bonus movement speed, and if an enemy walks over them, they're destroyed. If the shrine is not fully charged, the heal received is reduced. Bard can have 3 of these on the field at one time, and they work on an ammo system where we can have up to 2 stored at a time. Bard's is an ability which can only be used on terrain. When used, it opens up a one-way corridor through terrain. Any champion, be it an ally or an enemy, can then click on this tunnel to travel through it. However, allies get bonus movement speed when moving through. Bard's ultimate is a long-range skill shot which throws out a circle. When this circle lands, it puts into stasis all units within for 2.5 seconds. This includes allied champions, enemy champions, barons, dragons, turrets, all of it. Your engage combo is to use ultimate into portaling your team towards them. Line up your Q to stun before spamming away with attacks using W to heal and speed up as needed. For matchups, Bard is great into engage supports being able to easily disengage and reduce their effectiveness. And he can struggle against lane bullies who can lock him down. For runes take this, Fleet gives you the additional mobility you enjoy. For build order, start Spell Thief and Pot into tier 2 boots and lock it. After this, a Dead Man's and Putrefy are great pickups before finishing a build with any of these as needed. For skill order, start Q then W then E before maxing Q then W then E, taking ult whenever you can. For summoner spells, take Flash and Ignite. Starting the game, you want to make sure you get your first few chimes before minions meet in lane. After this, Bard's level 1 is actually incredibly strong, but after this his laning phase is relatively weak. When in lane, you want to poke where you can, take good trades and look for opportunities to start roaming. When poking, an auto attack into a Q is a great chunk of damage, and also if this stuns, they won't be able to respond. When trading, if you have the advantage, speed up your carry with W and look to land a stun before spamming away with attacks. If you don't have the advantage, use W on yourself or your carry to get you out, using your Q to stun or slow the opponent looking to engage on you. When you have tier 2 boots, you want to start roaming, picking up your chimes and looking to gank other lanes. Entering the mid game, you want to set up aggressive wards and punish any overstepping. When an enemy is alone or pushed too far, ultimate them, portal your team in and get the pick. Entering late game teamfights, you can be absolutely incredible. Your ultimate can be used as engage or to turn the odds in a fight. When used as engage, stasis as many targets as possible before portaling your team in, line up a stun and allow your team easy follow-up. Otherwise, after the fight starts, look to land your ultimate onto some of their team. Turning a 5-on-5 fight into a 5v3 just gives you a massive advantage.